So you've had enough of the rat race and you finally want to start making money from your creativity. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 8 creative income streams that you can start right now. Hey creators, Aimon here, and I help creators find purpose, clarity, and profit. Let's get straight into it. So I'm going to give you, first of all, one thing and then the benefit to that and how you could actually go about doing that thing, maybe even why I wouldn't do that thing. Okay. So the first thing is a service-based business. Now, for example, I run a real estate media company. I have run video companies for the last 10 years. I absolutely love this because you can definitely make the most amount of money in this one. It is also highly competitive. I mean, all of these things that I'm mentioning here are going to be quite competitive. So there is an element of you do have to get really good at it. But you can start this right now. You know, if you are, let's say, have some experience with video or whatever kind of art it is, okay? Whatever kind of creativity you have. I'm going to use video in this particular example because it's what I know. It's what I've done forever, right? What I would do if I started from scratch, I'm not going to give you the full rundown on each of these, just nice and quick, is I would go and ask 10 to 50 businesses that I am passionate about potentially working with, my dream customers, and I would offer my service for free for them. Just make a 1-minute video or something short and sweet, in like a teaser of the actual offer of the product that I want to be selling to people, and do that enough times until your service is valuable enough and refined enough that you can actually sell it to them. Then ask them what they would pay for it, or just say, hey, I'm going to have to start charging you for this work. And because of all the goodwill that you built up, people will start to actually work with you, okay? Now, again, the downside to this is that it can be very competitive, but if you are determined to make a living off your creativity and go full time and get out of the rat race and do something that you're passionate about on a day-to-day basis, which I can tell you is so much more fulfilling than just working a job for somebody that you don't like, that isn't in an industry that you're passionate about, it's worth it, okay? But it will take your full commitment, just as every single one of these will, right? It's not just a side hobby that you can throw an hour into a week, which is a good kind of preface for all of these things, right? So the second thing is a customer-based business. So this is similar to servicing a business, except you're servicing customers. So for example, if you were to do video and it was for, say, wedding videography, or you're doing wedding photography, or you were doing photography for couples that are having a baby, with those kind of newborn birth shoots where they're always out in the woods or something weird like that. You know, again, I would take the exact same model and just start doing that for free for people until you have a big enough portfolio that you can charge for it, and then start learning how to market, start actually getting in people's faces, start collaborating with, local cafes or other local, bridal services or wedding venues, for example, and then start putting your cards in there and say, hey, if you book me, I'll give you X percentage of my booking, or I'll throw in a bunch of photos of your wedding venue for free. It's all about adding as much value as you can to those around you and leveraging what you have around you to actually get you gigs, rather than just posting a bit on your Facebook page and being like, hey, I do wedding photography, So that's the second one. And also extremely profitable niche if you can actually get into it. But again, it's going to take your full attention. It's going to take every hour outside of work that you have right now to commit to this thing until you actually get to the point where it's working for you. All right. Number 3, low ticket digital product. Now, I've said this in a bunch of videos before, but you are an expert in something right now, right? Think of it as like this triangle, okay? And the triangle just keeps going up, okay? And if you are here, then everyone below you, to them, you are an expert, okay? So I might not be making billions of dollars, right? But at the level that I am in terms of a creator, I am an expert to all of the people that don't know what I know, essentially, right? And I wish I really committed to this model a lot earlier, because what I'm saying is you have the knowledge right now to create a very low ticket, easy to create digital products, such as an ebook, a PDF, a mini course, anything like that, really, that is quite cheap. A LUT pack, for example, and if you want another free course to actually help you level up and gain clarity, feel free to click the link in the description. If you'll notice, I'm actually practicing everything that I preach in this video as well, right? So with this low ticket digital item, digital product, again, it should be relatively easy for you to create because you are an expert in terms of where you're at right now. Okay, I guarantee that you are, and you probably have a belief that you aren't. Okay, but I wish that I had the belief that I was over 10 years ago, because I would be in a totally different position right now. And that's why I'm making these videos for you guys, because I wish I found a video like this 10 years ago, because I've been making content and creating for over 15 years, right? And I've only just gotten on the digital product train in the last year and a half, okay? Next one up is high ticket digital products. So same kind of thing. It's obviously a lot harder to sell a high ticket digital product, right? And for both of these, it requires you to just crush out content about the thing that you're passionate about on socials, on YouTube, all that kind of stuff, okay? And this is where the whole creative element and being a creator comes into it. It's good fun, right? Making videos and putting them out, providing value to people, talking about things that you're passionate about. It's, really good fun. And you are able to provide so much value that if they actually like you, then they can actually purchase from you, which is what tends to happen. So high ticket over low ticket just means it's going to be much higher in value. So you're providing more value and it's going to cost a lot more as well. This could include things like one-on-one coaching or a larger course, for example. The only issue with this is that it has to be extremely high value. And both of these niches, as all of them, are extremely competitive. Okay, everything that you do really is going to be extremely competitive though. So that's not a good enough reason to not actually be creative and commit to making money from one of these creative ways. Because if you were to go and be, I don't know, a high school teacher right now, maybe that's a bad example. Every field is competitive, really. If you want to start your own business, like a cleaning business or something, okay, everything's going to be competitive, right? So, but yeah, high ticket is a fantastic way to make a lot of money as a creator. I would start as a low ticket item though, just so you can work your way up to that, right? Because that's going to give you a taste and understanding of what actually value is for people, what people want to buy, whether you're actually making the right choice, whether you're making the right course. It's a bigger commitment. You want to make sure you get that right, okay? This is a weird one. Amazon influencer program. Now, if you have any followers in any niche on any social platform, you can actually jump on the Amazon influencer program, especially if you're in tech. And you can actually make a lot of money by essentially you are making video reviews of a bunch of different products. You post them through the Amazon influencer program. It's nothing to do with brand or creating anything for you. You're literally just creating video reviews. And you essentially get commission if people watch those videos, right? So again, I only found out about this recently. A few of my friends have been making a good chunk of side money from this, a few $1,000s a month at least. Now, and they've crushed out 100, 200 videos on different products, right? So it builds and accumulates over time. But this is a really cool, unique side hustle that a lot of people don't really know about, right? And I forgot what number we're up to, but YouTube monetization, obviously. Now, I wouldn't count on this being an insane revenue generator for you unless you are aiming to be the top 1% YouTuber, right? And if that is some kind of goal of yours, I would be jumping onto ChatGPT and saying, hey, based on everything you know about me, if I was a top 1% YouTuber, what kind of videos would I be making? Who would I be targeting in the niche that I am in? What kind of value would I be providing? What are my next 5 videos? Those kinds of things. ChatGPT is your friend when it comes to YouTube. For example, this title that I came up with right now, this video, I literally bashed into ChatGPT just before. It's a great idea, and that's why I'm creating this video for you right now, okay? I have a lot of ideas by myself, but to have something there to help you, if you give it smart prompts, these are the kinds of things that are actually going to generate you more revenue from YouTube if that's one of your goals, right? And really ideally, if you've made it this far into the video, literally all of these things that I've mentioned so far, I'm doing, okay? The next 2 I'm not doing, but what I'm saying here is that if you kind of accumulate little bits of money from all different areas as a creator, that's actually the most effective way to generate a solid amount of income, okay? I've got a service-based business. I don't have a customer-based business anymore, but yeah, service real estate agents, right? I have a low ticket and a medium ticket digital product. I'm an Amazon influencer and I have YouTube monetization, okay? Now, again, there's only little bits coming from a lot of these places right now, but my main area of money comes from my service-based business, which is why I started with that one, right? But if you can get a lot of these happening all in the background, that's when it's all going to really accumulate for you, all right? The last two, we've got school, or a subscription-based coaching kind of program, right? What's great about this is that it's subscription-based. So people pay on a monthly basis, and you are going to get more of a predictable income from this, because you know how many people are subscribed to you, how many people are going to have money coming in per month. Now, again, highly competitive. You need to be providing an insane amount of value. But what I would recommend with this is that you're just going extremely niche, right? So it's like, I run a school. If you don't know what school is, it's essentially a subscription-based coaching platform, a really simple one. I run a school for knitting for people between 20 and 25 that are also into something else, extremely niche. And so, yes, it's going to be harder to find those people, but when you find those people, they're going all in on that thing, right? But if you're like, I help people start a business, right? It's like there's a billion people out there trying to do that, okay? So the more niche you're going with that, the better it's going to be. Again, I would make sure that you're an expert in a particular thing. You're really passionate about that thing. You're going to crush out content about that thing outside of the school. And then within the school, you're creating content that's extremely valuable within that as well. Finally, a content-first business for your unique product. Now, I see this happening everywhere, and this is underrated as hell. And if you're a creator and you have a really unique product, such as I saw some lady on Reddit yesterday, and she stitches Pokemon out of literally knits them together, right? And it's amazing, right? But it's obviously takes her by hand. She just posts on Reddit, okay? And a bunch of people are like, oh my God, how can I order this? How can I order this? How can I order this? To the point where it was just a hobby of hers. She just made this thing, posts it whenever she posts it because she's passionate about it. Now she's got a website. Now people are ordering these for hundreds of dollars from her to personally make one of these things, right? And so she's not even making content about that thing. She was just posting stuff on Reddit, right? And I see a lot of other things like that also on Reddit, people posting their really unique portraits, dressing up as medieval characters or something. And again, it's just a passion of theirs. They just love doing it, but it's so unique. It's so niche. They're taking high quality photos, that they're doing it in really weird environments and that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, now they have a website and they're selling prints of that thing. And because they built this fan base, people love what they're doing, then people are buying that thing, okay? Another one of my friends, actually, she makes really cool paintings, right? And she just does the classic reveal of the painting on social media, talks about her paintings, talks about what inspired the paintings. They're really quite deep, and it's fascinating to watch because you want to buy into the story and the character and why she's actually doing all these things, right? And then again, so she has a little art gallery nights that, she either pays for or gets sponsored by. And then she starts to sell her art online as well, right? And she just does it on Etsy or any one of those stores. It literally doesn't even matter. But if you are crushing out content about this unique thing that you're making, people will love what that actually is, especially if they're within that niche and they'll want to buy from you, okay? So these are 8, I believe, creative income streams that you can start right now. But again, if you're going to start one of these or multiple of these, or if you're already doing one of these, I urge you, the biggest thing that you can do for yourself is to commit to it fully and ignore every other idea that you have, unless you're doing a little bit of Amazon influencing, you're making some YouTube videos, and you're pursuing a service-based business, for example. Because again, this is the biggest thing I wish I did back in the day, 10, 15 years ago. Just backed myself 100% and went, you know what, you can do this. Ignore everything. No matter how much rejection you get, no matter how much you think you can't do it, ignore it all. No matter how many new ideas you think you have and you need to maybe jump off this idea and do that idea, just go absolutely crazy on the one thing for 2 years. And I can almost promise you, guarantee, that you are going to make a huge dent in not only your self-development, your existence. You're going to like who you are more because you're just so committed and focused on this one thing, but you are going to make money off your creativity, okay? So hopefully you've gotten some value out of this video. My name's Aimon. Again, I help creators. And again, if you want a free course to help you find clarity and get that real foundation, feel free to click that link in the bio, and I'll see you in the next video.